if everything works. Good afternoon, good morning, good day to everyone. Hello, sorry for a little delay. We're going to start shortly. Before we're going to start, I see already you have a good, I have some messages on the chat. Welcome. My assumption in this case is that the audio video works fine and you guys can see me on live. It's right now 1 p.m. Central European Summertime. I hope you're all good and ready for the session. Good morning from Ghana. I have as well Casablanca. So we have a Morocco, Alan from UK, some friends from Romania, hello, and Uganda as well. So brilliant, lots of people from around the world. I'm very pleased, honored, and happy to meet you all. And let's give maybe 1 minute more to other people to join before we're going to start the core presentation elements. I see also Slovenia, so please do use the messages on the chat. I will be trying to monitor them on my second screen and answer your question. If you have, of course, questions, there is ability to ask them throughout the system. Let me also share the screen. I will be sharing some of the presentation materials as well. So I hope you guys can see it well. So I see also people from Slovenia, Jordan, from Focus Medica. So that means we have a lot of EON-XR users, as far as I'm aware. Okay, should we start? Ready to go? Okay, so let me say hello and welcome officially. My name is Marcin Kasica, and today I want to welcome you on this monthly workshop for EON-XR users. So this is, as you already know, as you already receive an invite, this is a part of our monthly format as EON Reality to engage more with you guys, to be able to present some of the new features, some of the techniques, discuss where about the product development goes, and also learn from you. So that's why I will be more than happy to check the chat messages. Friends to friends, I see, I think Ali joined as well. So if there's any technical difficulties that you will be experiencing, Ali, if you can send me a quick WhatsApp message, then I know I can adjust, please. And that's it. So right now we have about 51 participants altogether, more than 100 people registered, which I believe some of you who registered and don't participate live, you're going to watch this online later on because it's going to be recorded and posted on our website, on our YouTube channel, as well as available as an offline version to watch later for you guys. Okay, so what's the topic of today's workshop? So we do know that the virtual reality and augmented reality is gaining a hype, gaining a more of the audiences right now. EON-XR has already many users around the world, different organizations using. But one thing that I would use the word rediscover, reapply in our product with the latest release is the support, backing up the support for the photorealistic environments using 360 photography. So Photorealistic 360 experiences with the EON-XR and also EON Merged XR. So that's what we will be focusing on. To those, many of you probably know me already because I've been involved with in some EON-XR educator training, lead admin trainings, and many others. But for those who doesn't know me, just to put things into perspective, I'm based in Poland. I'm working with EON Reality for a few years right now. Started my collaboration with EON Reality similar to the way you do in 2004 when my university, my alma mater at that time, Poznań University of Technology, was starting to apply virtual reality in research, but also looking into how it could support education, how it can support our process of teaching students, engaging the students. As you can tell, from 2004 till 2021, there is many years moving, and the technology is all the time improving, going forwards, becoming more affordable, available, and easy. At that time, we didn't have the technology as EON Reality related to the use of the mobile devices, use it VR, AR, and even 360 photography was just starting in this case. So let's go into this session and let's discuss. To put also a little bit of background to this, we all, I assume, know what is the VR and AR, so I don't want to focus much on explaining it, just to re-encapsulate the fact that with the augmented reality, we are mixing the real objects already taken by the cameras. And the photorealism is already involved into that and superposing it with the virtual objects. When in a virtual reality, we're getting fully immersed with the devices like I'm holding in the hands, or similar devices like you guys receiving within the EON-XR rollout very often, the Homido, and using our mobile device, our portable devices as a gateway to the full immersive experience. All of that is really important. All of that enhance our ability to perceive the knowledge, to understand better and remember longer different kind of a knowledge, because it is focused on the three-dimensional world, the world that are real worlds. Our world is three-dimensional, even though unfortunately I'm showing the slides two-dimensional right now on your screens. And our eyes, our brains are ready, are prepared, predestined to accept the three-dimensional information. More important, what I want to focus today is that the photorealism in those experiences is also important. We are able to abstract different concepts. We were able to abstract the concept in such a way that even a two-dimensional text, letters, numbers, can bring us a much more knowledge. What about if we're enhancing those with the 3D objects, which we already can? What about if we're enhancing with the 300 and with the photography, which already makes it better? We know that the picture is like a 1,000 words. It's worth 1,000 words. On the other hand, when this picture becomes spherical, become able to capture not only what we see in front of us, but being able to capture everything what's surrounding us, including the ceiling, including the sky, including the floor, ground, wherever we are. That's what we will focus on. And all of that will bring us even closer to the ultimate aim, to give ability to better understand the reality, better demonstrate, better teach, and engage without necessity of extra cost, necessity of traveling, necessity of even presenting something like low probability, high consequences scenario, which in normal circumstances, as educators, as trainers, as industry partners, or people working in industry, we might have some issues or challenges or problems, or practically speaking, we even cannot do. The virtual reality, the photorealistic environments captured, giving that ability to also understand some of the sciences even better, some of these elements even better. I'm not going to be playing this video, though I would like to kind of making sure that you guys are aware that in a recent time, it was, I think, a little bit more than a month ago, we released the version 9. That was a major update to our platform, which maybe it's going to run in the background here. So we released this platform. We started to focus on using portable devices more and change the engine behind the scene, make it already predestined to be more photorealistic. It's not a secret that we're using right now the Unity engine on the back end, giving us ability to utilize the latest technologies related to the augmented reality, virtual reality, and even using the scanning of the environments and supporting even more of the devices. So being truly agnostic in that approach. With that, we have not abandoned all of the heritage 21 plus years of experience in regards to creating of the content, building the content, and making this knowledge accessible, affordable to everybody, and with following our mission that the knowledge is a human right, and we want to make it easy and accessible. So with that, we are right now able to bring up the 360 environments, 360 photos, 360 content, and enhance that content by using various learning activities. So in the part of this presentation today, I will also show you some of the practical ways of how to create the content, how to utilizing a device, which I'm holding in the hand like a 360 camera, capture the environments and bring that environments into the virtual reality. I will also demonstrate you right now how to use the latest Apple's technology that is built to the devices like iPhones and iPads, but not only, because I will also talk about it, how to capture a 360 or any kind of a three-dimensional space using a handheld scanning device, 3D scanning device, how to utilize something like a photogrammetry and bring into EON-XR. If you haven't tried EON-XR and you are a newbie to this topic, I do recommend that you go to the www.EON-XR.com. And if you already part or member of some of our partner organization, you should have credentials to log in straight away and getting more exclusive access to the content and ability to create. On the other hand, if you never tried it, if you haven't heard about this software before, but you found this information about this webinar online and you wanted to join, you can start for free. There is no problem also with that. Just easily go to that website, register there with the button starts for free. You will get very quickly access to the EON-XR platform and to our publicly available library called XR Library. So I do want to encourage you, if you want to, during this workshop, try some of the features that I will show, please feel free. I just want to also highlight the fact that we work on both major mobile platforms, so on the Android as well as on the iOS, and you can easily download our application, which is available for free to download from a Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store. If you are a Mac or a PC user, we also have the clients, the pieces of software that are operational or that you can operate through the web, and it's available easy to download and use on your computer. All of that available straight away using the same address, EON-XR.com. If you are a VR user and you are a lucky user of an Oculus or Oculus Quest or Oculus Quest 2, there is an application also available for the Oculus users. You can just download it. It's available as well as for the mixed reality devices like Magic Leap. There is device available. Because I'm sure that within the given time, I might not be able to cover everything. And I'm hoping that looking onto the chat, I will be able to see maybe some of your questions, some of your concerns. Some of you already are users. And then it will be really nice if that comes in. And if I will not be able to answer all of them, I do want to encourage you to use the existing features in the platform. When you log in, you can go there, find the resources, as well as provide us a feedback and report the issues from the platform. So that's possible. It's very easy, and it generates the support tickets in our team, first line of support, as well as your customer success manager that are around the world. We are happy to help you with the questions. All right. So maybe let's, time is pressing and I have to, because I talk a lot, I have to be careful and watch the clock all the time. But let's focus on the process of what is the 360 image, how to gather a 360 information, and how to bring those information into the EON-XR platform. And on our website, during the trainings that we provide, you can find very straightforward the information how you can bring a 3D models to the library. So maybe I will also merge a few things in here in a live session. So when going to the EON-XR and logging in, going next, you instantly getting an access to those content, and those content in the library is either a 3D content, so those experiences, XR experiences as a base on the 3D models. So for getting the models in here, we build a function to importing those models. I will show that later on today when I will discuss the Merged XR, EON Merged XR features and how you can build that, bring that in. Maybe just one thing to mention, just to make you more curious, that right now within the platform, we also support very important 3D formats, GLB and GLTF, which are open formats standardized by the Kronos Group and available for within the multiple devices, multiple softwares around the world, which makes even the process to bringing your content from a 3D world to the virtual reality world, EON-XR environment, much easier, faster, and really, really simple way. So I will demonstrate that in a moment. But going back to the library, except the 3D that I mentioned, the library also consists lots of the experiences that are based on the 360. So 360 experiences are based on the photographic data. And the photographic, as we know, photography right now, every one of us is a creator by using the phones or the special cameras just to take the pictures. Wherever we go, we take lots of pictures. Each of us is actually a creator of the content. In the past, to be a creator, you have to be a photographer. Right now, everyone is a photographer, and everyone try to document, prepare lots of different materials as a digital form, in a digital format. Why? Because it's easier, it's nicer, it's accessible in every time in our pockets, and it's also photorealistic, so it provides exact feel. It's not necessarily have those kind of engagement or interactions as the 3D models, but we're going to get to that as well with the EON Merged XR. So there is a library of those. And capturing those images, you can find them in our content as well. So currently within the create feature, we have provided a new element here that has not been available around a few weeks ago, because we were still in the process of building, and our development teams were working hard to bring that back, something called 360 lessons. So we have an ability within the EON-XR platform to utilize our own content. We can import our own assets, which can come as pictures, JPG, PNG. We recommend, and this is designed to use the 360, but we can bring them into the environment using the latest EON-XR. Just gonna browse through the chat and checking if there are any questions. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate, right? I wanna be sure that I'm addressing all of the questions as they come. All right, so that's ability to bring up the content is already here, and I will demonstrate that, but let's go or maybe a little bit into how to capture those pictures, how they exist in the library. You can find them online, and if you just Google it, as there is a saying, Google everything, and you're gonna find plenty of online libraries online for free, or sometimes with some charge available for you to purchase. So there are plenty of them. But the beauty, the possibilities, and the biggest impact we can make by creating our own photography. So it is no longer something very hard to get. Even as you can see on the picture, the smartphones could be attached with the different 360 cameras. There are lots of them. There are multiple brands, multiple companies that producing them. Together within one of the programs that EON Reality rolling out around the world, and with most of them actually, we have some of the equipment also, equipment list that is delivered to you or your partner organizations in the region. And that equipment list includes, except of course the software, but also includes some of the hardware elements like a 360 camera. The camera I'm holding in my hand is called the Ricoh. It's from the brand Ricoh. I don't want to promote that specifically, but it's actually very handy, easy to use device. And because I do not have any other device for 360 capturing as a direct elements, I'm going to use that as an example. within our equipment list, you receiving a latest Ricoh Theta Z1 camera, which is quite expensive. The lowest price for the different cameras you can get from a $200 up to $1,200, depending what you're going to do, what you want, what kind of quality you aiming. The fact is, as I mentioned, you can use your own camera, you can use the applications that already have a 360. There are some features and ability even to extract and use, as long as it's of course within the intellectual property rights, and you can find plenty of free commercial available images. When we look on the cameras, and most of the cameras actually comes, and maybe what I will do right now for a moment, I'm going to switch off the sharing the screen. I'm going to focus on the video feed, and most of the cameras comes with at least 2 lenses, so 1 and 2 lenses, because they are trying to, with these fisheye lenses, trying to capture the world from multiple directions, at least 2, to stitch the picture later on. There are lots of different other cameras that might have even more of those, and I'm going to show you that as well. The cameras usually, when it comes that they can be connected to your mobile device, which once again, capturing process of going out, finding something interesting, collecting information about your laboratory, your operation theater, farm, or any other topics that you're involved in the teaching. You can easily take the camera, connect with your mobile device. Usually it comes with a predefined application to just operate the specific device. This is, for instance, an example of the Ricoh, and you can bring capture those within your mobile device straight away. Let's go back in here. So there is also a possibility to take the pictures using your standard camera, so standard 2-dimensional pictures. If you will take enough of them, whole series, sometimes the cameras have a panoramic ability to take their pictures as a panoramic ones, which is quite useful. And giving an example, I'll show you that this is on my phone. In here, if I will go to the camera is able, of course, to capture here, and I'm here with the green screen, so that's the reality. Unfortunately, what you see on the webcam is actually the enhanced element. But we have, among the multiple options here, ability to take the panoramic pictures as well and capture the world more in a spherical format, maybe not a spherical, but at least within the 360 range. And there are some of the softwares that even allowing to take a standard pictures and stitch them together to build up a 360 material. It's not necessarily the easiest process, but it's possible, which means in practical terms, everyone can do it, and the softwares are free available for that. The way that pictures could be taken are various. And I don't want to go too much on the technical aspects of that, but if you would be online and searching for different pictures, you might find different formats. Practically, the spherical or panoramic ones in this 2:1 aspect ratio is what we're looking for. That's when the 2 cameras bringing the fish eye lens images together, stitching this together to bring a full spherical presentation. There could be other ones, and even there is a possibility to generate 360 images from a 3D modeling. So even if you have a 3D model, there is an ability, there are some features, functionalities that can, from a totally virtual environment, you can capture a 360 image. We can talk about it maybe on some other webinar, because it usually takes a time to demonstrate. But this is the camera that most of our partners currently engaging with EON is equipped with, or this is something that we as a company, one of the elements that we recommend. And it's a very good, compact, easy to use. What you can see here, it's also supporting both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which means you can connect remotely to your phone. You don't have to use a cable. With a cable, you can connect to the computer and capture this information as well. I'm just browsing. Still no questions. I'm just going to check if there is no questions also on here. Ali, if you can just send me chat message on here on WhatsApp to confirm that everything goes smooth and you guys can see me and all the streaming is live, please. And so this camera is easy to use. It has also the modes to capture not only a photo, which will be spherical, but also to capture the video, and I will talk about it as well. From a historical point of view, there are multiple cameras available. There's for some time the most popular one were the Samsungs together, and they were distributed together with the latest phones, Samsung Gear 360. They are still available on the market. You can buy them, but there are newer versions and newer formats coming up with even multiple cameras to capture more, to capture better quality, higher resolution, and also being ready for capturing and even stream the image in a real time to that. You might have experience if you work and if you experience that there are some of the vehicles and the people around the world are encouraged to capture the world 360. Google, for that instance, trying to create a full map of the world within using 360 images. It's called the Street View, but there are also other solutions that can do it. If you want, looking for the reference to learn more, I'm more than happy to provide a reference about it. But let's go to the EON-XR practically and see how the capturing of the world looks like. So, and I will be dividing this process into a few stages. So on one hand, if you have the device, usually the device, as I said, it's able to capture either the photos, and I hope you can see it quite well, so it can capture the photos. It might have the also ability to capture the videos. That's the second LED here presenting that you can capture it. And on the side, there are buttons to control it. And on the front, there is an ability just to press the button. And there is usually a sound effect to capture 360. So to capture a 360 photo, practically speaking, I can hold it in the hands. I can mount it, the object onto a tripod. There is and that's recommended, and go place it into any environment, and either manually pressing the button, or more importantly, using an application. And I hope it will allow me to kind of show that. And Rico. Okay, just a second. I just need my keyboard. Here, Rico. Actually, I have to do it from the other device. Bear with me. Okay, thank you, Ali. So I'm just going to connect to another device just to show you the process. There is a Theta application. Okay, got it now, and it's going to be loading in a moment into your screen. So far, so good, everyone. Any questions, please? In what format are exported the images from Rico? Thank you for that question. So to answer that practically, it's a picture. So it's actually the format that is exported is a JPG format. As per the resolution, that depends which camera you're using, but usually those are images, and I will show that straight away. So right now, this is my phone, and I will just, I already have the application. I found an application called Theta. So application being installed on this, allowing me, and I need to connect to my device, so bear with me. I'm switching on the Wi-Fi on my device, and I will be showing my screen right now so you can see it well as well. Okay, so on the mobile phone, I have an application installed. On the device, I have a Wi-Fi being running. The diode is kind of blinking to show it's working. What I have to do, I have to be sure that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi that this device generates. So I'm just going to connect to this Wi-Fi directly to this device. With what that will do, and you should be able to see, it can give me straight away to communicate between the phone and the camera. So here you can see I'm actually presented on the 360. So if I will put it on my desk there, and using an application, you can see that it is capturing a 360. You can see my green screen, my monitors, and also myself in here on a 360. And to capture it, all I have to do if I'm using it remotely, and it could be in a distance, I can just tap the button, which will capture that it will synthesize, which means stitch the image together and save it on my mobile device and send it over. As you can see, from both on the camera it's saved. So the camera usually have a built-in memory that allows to save the data on that camera, as well as on the mobile device. The picture is right now available, and this picture within the application I can even explore in a VR mode, so kind of looking already straight away from the phone. And this is me. I just created a clone of myself in 360, but being able to see this directly on the device. Okay, so those pictures are in the library, and those images can be accessed through the app. And I can see which images I transfer. I can also create a video. So there is an images that are transferred. There are some of the images that are not transferring here as well. So that's I can access to the camera through the app. So how to bring those pictures, how to bring them inside the EON-XR. I'm going to connect, because the easiest way to do it also when you're working, I mean, at least right now, of course, I can use it directly from the phone, and I will show you that in a moment as well, which is very useful, because directly working on your mobile device, you can upload that image to the cloud. But for a moment, I'm just going to connect the camera using a micro USB in my case, or USB-C, depending which camera you use, to my computer. And within the standard Windows, and let me just open my computer here, this PC. I will see that I'm usually going to find the Ricoh. I have a Ricoh Theta S camera, so all the generation, and getting this in here. And so I can browse the images that are in here. And you can see the videos comes as a MP4 files. So if I will record a video, that will be MP4 files. If there is a picture like this one, which I just captured here a moment ago, it comes as a JPG file format. And because, I mean, of course, my studio doesn't look very impressive without the virtual backgrounds, so I actually went to a city center in Poznan, where I'm based, and I captured some of the pictures. So I'm just gonna, maybe here into the folder, I'm just gonna copy them across to my computer. Usually depends on the resolution of that image. It could be the file size could vary. Yes, depends on the resolution, on the size. In this case, just to put things into perspective, in the details, this is a 5,000 by 2,000, more than 5,000 by 2,000 pixels for that. So it's already higher than 4K resolution, though the videos usually are a little bit lower resolution. That's why with the device that we provide you guys, it's much more higher resolution. Let's move on in this process. So to create a lesson, I can just practically either select the files or drag and drop those files, and maybe I will select 1 or 2 or 3 files. I can drag and drop them in here, which will get those pictures ready for being uploaded. So those pictures, each of the picture when I'm uploading, I can give it a name. So this is actually Poznan City Center, and I will say Poznan 1, Poznan 2, Poznan 3. Also, just and I can select the category for that. It will say maybe landmarks in here, or miscellaneous, depends on the category we want to use. If we don't like the photo, we can always delete it. We can always bring more photos in. Go there. Then the pictures, depending on your internet speed, will be uploaded to the cloud and available as the assets in the institution that you're using. So that's how the process to just placing the photos on the cloud looks like if you are working using PC. If you are trying to put those pictures from your phone, you can do it also from the EON-XR application. So let me just go here. I'm opening EON-XR application, pressing a create button on the app. Here, create a button. I have a 3D lesson, but I also have a 360 lesson. And the 360 lesson, it gives me ability to choose already the pictures that are in the library here. And also coming up is the feature to upload the pictures directly, but we can select those pictures and see those pictures straight away as being available. In the classical version, actually, if somebody's still using it, we have that feature already implemented, and here it's coming as an ability to directly upload your photos to the EON-XR from a mobile device. Why is it captured? So that's just to put the things into the fact of the 360. I'm looking on the question here, and I see Ali, you already trying to answer some of those. So as per the and I will be talking about the 360 video as well. In this case, though, there are some of the things that works in the previous version, some of the things that are working in the new version. So I will be talking about those as well, because in the classical version that some of you might be still using, that we shortly as a company moving away, there is also a feature to bring up a 360 inside this application straight away, but I'll show that in a moment. Let's move on. So I have the assets here in the library. I have ability to select those assets, 1, 2, or 3, and see how many of the pictures are selected. If I need to bring more photos from a library, I can search for them. And if I will put, I'm not sure if there are more pictures from Poznan, but if I will put a picture, for instance, from Egypt, I'm going to find some pictures here from Egypt. If I will put, for instance, Greece, there will be some pictures from different places around the world. There could be some laboratory pictures from a different chemistry lab, classroom, even space station, lots of other places. And I can bring and merge into the one exercise pictures from a various cameras. So it doesn't have to be the one camera that you can use, and so on. All right, so moving on. So I have selected the asset. The next step in the lesson creation. Arlinda, to answer your question, I believe this is automatically recorded and it will be available. So thanks for the question, Linda. And thanks for joining. So here, looking on the process, so next step in the lesson creation process is to provide so making sure that the assets, the individual photos that we want to use are there. We can rearrange those photos by using just drag and drop. We can always drag and remove the photo on this icon. We can always add additional photo by either browsing the existing library or importing a new assets to the library. And when we're ready, when we're happy with our pictures, we can even browse them live here and look, okay, this is a monument somewhere in Poznan. And by the way, Poznan is a beautiful city in Poland. I do recommend to visit the city, maybe because I was born here, but it's also believe it's beautiful. And you can give the lesson a title, and it's very useful because the 360, in my view, it's a straightforward, easy answer to the situation when you want to teach social studies, when you want to teach even the environment, familiarize somebody with the environment, familiarize somebody with the machine, with the operation room, familiarize somebody with the situation, either as a situation of the negotiations, business negotiations, situation of the different places and culture to put into the lesson of the history or even literature, because we know that lots of the authors, they do the descriptions and they use different adjectives and forms, grammatical forms to describe the environment. And that could be something that could be presented to the students saying, okay, when you're reading this part of the text, how you interpret it, how you can be presenting it, or how it really looked like and how the author interpreted that in the words. Anyway, I'm going to create a simple lesson about the visiting Poznan, Poland, which I said I want to recommend it. When creating a lesson, I can select the category here, and there are lots of different categories we can choose from, going through, and that's the lead admin's decision to create those categories. I'm going to do the virtual entertainment right now. It might not be the best one, but it could be available to choose, and I'm going to press build your lesson. So what's happening now, if you working on the computer, either is a Mac or if you're working on the Windows, what you will see, you will straightforward be able to see, and using your mouse, your left mouse button, you will be able to see this 360 environment picture. You will be able to move between this picture. This is the same monument, but from a different perspective. And there is another picture here. So we have ability to move in and change the different pictures. There could be multiple pictures. If somebody will ask me how many of them there are limits, I don't know how many you can put in a lesson, probably quite a lot, but you have to be careful, because if there's too much of the data to download, and if you're intending to use it on a mobile, it might kind of slow down the process of using it. Now I'm looking on some of the picture, on some of the question. and that some of the links on the YouTube didn't work. I'll talk about it. And there was some about the Photoshop. Yes, there is a possibility to edit pictures in the Photoshop as well, or photo editing. There are even some of the artists that using hand drawings to draw the two spherical pictures that can merge as a 360. We had some really nice pictures being done by the students in one of the collaborating colleges in Canada, in Mohawk College. They were doing even courses how to do the perspective drawings for a 360. All right, so there is an ability to present those pictures, and as this is a lesson creation process, we have that ability also to provide the build up, the annotation, enhance this image with the annotations, see the annotations, and bring the elements to the lesson. So that's a possibility. We have ability right now with the new EON-XR to add the audio recordings and either record it as an audio recording as I'm doing right now. I hope it will record, but you might not be able to hear it because I'm using the same microphone to do that, but it's being recorded here and I can be available. And the file, as you can see, it's straightforward, uploaded to the cloud. As a new features also, we do have the video. And to answer some of the question, we all know that it's nice to find some of the videos that are 360 videos, and I actually have some of the reference that I found, 360 links. And let's say I have some of the video. Actually, I created a video, 360 video myself, that I posted online when I teach about some immersive systems. So this is a video that has been recorded. I'm even happy to kind of share this video as a link. There is no problem with that on the chat. So this has been done some years ago in 2007, and this is some of the immersive system that EON Reality provided in the past, and when we were more focused on the hardware. And we can use when there are any pictures we want to use, we can use the URL and utilize that URL within the lesson, and we can copy and paste that URL here. There is a challenge, and I will be straightforward with you guys, that at the current version, at 360 videos in the latest EON-XR 9 are not yet re-supported. They are supported in a classical version, so you can use the 360 video in a classical version. And there was some information discussion between the developers, and I know that our team are working to fix that up, and I'm hoping that soon this functionality will be back, and I will keep you updated if you're interested about this. So what is the file size limit for uploading a 360 picture? That's a good question, and I'll be frank, I never found the situation that I couldn't upload a single, probably for the single image, if my recommendation will be something below 10 megabytes per an image, but I'm sure you can upload something bigger, that's not an issue in here. Okay. So we have ability to add the photo, either the 360, and soon they will be supported fully. But if we find for instance, visit Poznan, or we have some other videos that we believe things to visit to do in Poznan, and if we find the video, one of the things I do want to recommend, and many people, educators, we don't realize that the longer video, the lower chance that somebody will watch it. So I'm always using a filter under 4 minutes, and even you can find online lots of 360 video, even from Poznan, from other places, companies, individual users placing the videos online. So I'm just going to put a flat two-dimensional video. Unfortunately, I have to watch the adverts because I didn't subscribe to the non-adverts YouTube. So I have to watch them. All right, let's wait 2 more seconds to go. All right, and there is a video that I can copy your URL, and within my lesson creation process, I can add, and one more new thing in here, that currently within the EON-XR lesson creation process, you can have a multiple video, you can or multiple elements, you can sort them and change their order. We also give the ability to add the PDF and images that you can upload the image. So if there is some of the image you would like to upload here, and you will say, for instance, visit Poznan image, if there will be some nicely looking image in here, that you want to copy. And I'm sorry, I'm going to just do a copy and paste. I want to make sure that it comes from the Crazy Tourist website, whatever that is. And I'm using just for demonstration purposes, so I don't want to steal anyone's intellectual property. But what I want to show it that when the content is being downloaded, what did I download it at? Save as. Actually, I have to put it on the desktop. So when I download the content, I have ability to easily upload the pictures and make it even part of my experience more. So more features added. One thing also that has that we're waiting to kind of reinstated into the 360 lessons is the quizzes. So they're coming soon as well. And not forgetting about the functionality of getting the ability to add the annotations here and bring to the labels, and adding the labels into the, and here just a second, adding the labels into these lessons as well. Though when I'm pressing it right now, it's kind of a little bit slower than usual. Let me just press this. And when I'm holding, I'm able to add the label, give the label. Oh, there is some monuments here that we can have adding the label. We have also ability to move the labels. To each of the label, we can add the activities, and the quiz is coming soon as another activity in here. So there could be multiple of the labels when needed. We can add them here. Second part, and having that available. Okay, so that's when it comes to the building of photorealism and being able to play the videos, being able to build up the activities using a 360 photos. There are lots of those in the library, and I do strongly recommend that you guys trying to create one. Also, there are lots of the possibilities using the cameras to upload your videos. And for instance, this is the video, another video I done somewhere around the world when I was myself recording myself and explaining. I just played it, how the classroom looks like, how to build a classroom for 50 students that are going to train in our VR Innovation Academy. So there are lots of those videos. We can upload them. If you want to upload those videos to the YouTube, usually you have to follow the instructions that comes with the camera. Very often you have to convert the video, but on Google you're going to find those information. Also, if you will have a specific issues, we, or as a customer success team, will be happy to help you with that. Let me close those and let me focus right now on the second part of today's demonstrations, and discuss on how to bring a 3D scanned object into it. Now I see there's a question, can we also include YouTube links to live content? I have to admit, I haven't tried that. You can of course stream live, and the funny of those cameras allow you even to stream in 360. But in sense of, if you want to put in the lesson live, I don't think live is right now supported within that. Maybe some of my colleagues from EON will be able to answer that later. But Riaz, if that's okay, I would like to take this question later on to my colleagues who are more knowledgeable about the backend technology, and that's a very good question. So I'll try to tackle that and get back to you in some maybe comments under the YouTube video when the video will be from this session will be posted. All right. Okay, if you have any other questions, of course, please do ask. So I want to talk about the next process, and it's something quite exciting that is an element of the EON Merged XR project. EON-XR EON Merged XR, sorry for that, product that we rolling out, and some of you are getting, all of the new customers are encouraged to kind of get it together. And for all of the so-called the GGP partners, I believe we're also going to provide it for to use for some period of time. And this product is based on the fact that we can capture the world using a 3D scanning. There is an ability to bring the real object, use different scanning devices, digitalize the real object in the process that is called reverse engineering. Usually it was processes that were used in manufacturing, but not only into that. And being able to digitalize and prepare the models. There are lots of different 3D scanners that are available. There are handheld devices. There are some smaller, bigger devices connected to the, for instance, like this one that could be connected to the iPads, but or other devices as well. Here, structure sensor for that. There are plenty of the online materials if you want to find that. I haven't posted that on the YouTube, but lots of people posted that the process of collecting the data and digitizing the data, building a mesh within the process called photogrammetry. There are plenty of them. What I want to also show you that, and actually, because I'm teaching some of the students this week also about the 3D scanning options. This is a Microsoft Kinect, so the technology that is already kind of known from our game consoles, which could also be the scanner and 3D scanner as well to capture the world. So we can use it mobile device, we can use predefined scanners, and even right now more and more using a standard and building the cameras, like on this iPad, building the cameras and the technologies inside the mobile device, allowing us to capture the information, build the model. There are defined software for that. I'm not going to go to this, but in the past, it was a difficult process because you have to know the file formats, understand it. Right now, it becomes much more easy that you can take even multiple pictures of the object. And this is a toy that I sometimes do the scanning for with the students, and bring and utilize the softwares like a Meshroom or other piece of software to digitalize, to create a full model in the process called tessellation. What I want to also highlight here, that it sometimes might be difficult to make it extremely photorealistic. That's why what we're trying, and what I would like to demonstrate right now is, and let me maybe do one thing here, and I hope it will be visible. Just a second, camera here. So this is my second camera. I hope I will be able to show you something in a moment. Okay, I have too many cameras, so I want to be sure I can play you the content of my iPad. Bear with me. It should be showcasing. Okay, just a second in this case, so I'll do something like this. So instead of my image on a camera, you will be able to see my iPad. Also, I will show that on the main screen, so it will be better visible to you. Okay, and I think it's good. So okay, so what you can see right now on your, instead of my webcam, in here is my iPad and with an EON-XR library. So what we have, or what the latest devices like iPads have, is this 3D scanner, LiDAR 3D scanner, that allows me to capture. And I was visiting some of the places during the summer and capture the real environments. And this is a 3D scan that I have created. And there is an ability even right now to using the 3D scanner. This is my room once again, and using even free applications that are available for free just to scan maybe my desk. It's a little bit unorganized, but it's not what I want to show you here, that we have ability to easily scan the object, and having an object already available as a 3D elements, I can do the processing directly on the mobile device for that object, as you can see here. And when it's the process ready, it's so good. You can, for instance, even read the letter, but that's not even that important. We can save those and do the necessary editing. And it's not purely EON software here, but I'll show you how we actually collaborate on supporting this software and the similar softwares to bring that kind of a models. We can do the cropping of unnecessary elements of the 3D here, and just leave those elements that we want. I have also ability to kind of do the cropping from the front, so I don't need to see all of the aspects on the top. I have ability to capture the environment, save that environment, and share this environment directly, export my model as mentioned before, GLB file formats, to bring this model and voila, directly to the EON-XR platform. So I have ability right now to bring the model and name it, for instance, my small office. saving and uploading this file to the cloud unauthorized. So I have to retry to just sign into the EON-XR. Murphy's law is working, which is sometimes nice. Let me just check it, because there's no problem to kind of do it again. I'm going in here into the application, checking the scans that exist, share it, and exporting. And if I will do the model upload, actually, fun enough, just a second, let me just show it again. I just probably need to switch to the different institute, because I'm trying to upload to the public institute and it shouldn't be available there, so bear with me for a moment. So I just need to sign in using my credentials. When I will be doing that right now, to not and I'll show you that for sure in a second, but I'm also conscious of the time, and I want to show you something else in here. Let me go. This is going to go in the background, but let me also show you something else. Lots of you, and I'm receiving a questions from EON-XR users that you are interested into using online libraries for that. And on the, giving an example, on the Sketchfab website, you can easily find a 3D scan model. So there are lots of the models that can be available here as a scanned model. I have already, if I will go to the EON-XR in here, I have already the ability, and I downloaded some of the models from the Sketchfab itself. So for instance, some of the ancient ruins, I downloaded. This is the model that I have down. Just a second. Piran fountain, that's part of the Greece. Let's see. Here on the Sketchfab, the model is available here that anyone can find. So this is an online library. And this model, when you're browsing, is also available to download. So when you're downloading the model, you are able to download that as a GLTF file format that allows you to upload it to the EON-XR. So I already downloaded this model. And within the EON-XR, I have an ability to import a 3D asset in here. And I have this model available as a GLB file. If I will drag and drop it, I will get information that some files are missing. So that's another part of the process that helping me to not make the errors, where I can put all multiple files, all the necessary elements, including the textures together. So all 5 files at the one go, which there are, all of them are parts of this model, and do the conversion and bring in that model in the matters of the seconds to the platform. And while is that doing, I'm going to go back here to my iPad, because you can see here it's already the model being the scanned 3D scanned model. It's been taken here. We can take a snapshot, update the thumbnail, and make it available for me in the platform in the matters of 1 minute or so. We can rename it. We have a ability to already create a lesson using this model within the category that we would like to use. So maybe I'm going to use the category here. Let it be the general science. I want to teach maybe about the history, and EON-XR loading this model straight away on the PC, as you can see. And I have ability to utilize all the features, all of the activities of the new EON-XR, including audio, video, identify, locate, quiz, record, etc., into creating a lesson. I have ability to utilize the annotations, bring those, utilize the existing ones, create the new ones as well. So that's all of that is possible as well within the model that I can create it, build up more of the elements. And more to be probably will need to do it in the second session, because I'm conscious of the time and I would like to, of course, continue. But as I said, not everything at the one go, but what I maybe will go back to my tablet just at the end, just to highlight to you the fact that if I will be part of another institution, here I switch my institute to the something called VR Innovation Academy, which is the institution in which I have all the necessary rights. It's going to load. Okay. As per the intellectual property for this from the Sketchfab, Riaz, that's a good question. But in every model, you can see that there are sometimes Creative Commons rights, and even some of them they are allowing to use the use it for commercial use. So depending which model you're choosing, that's an ability to do that. That's why we do recommend to create your own models. So in this case, if I will upload it here as a test, and EON right now, because I have the necessary rights, the uploading is happening, and I can see the conversion process. And I'm working right now on my tablet, yes? And I can straight away in the tablet set the thumbnail, do the final conversions, and that model of my desk that I had, I can take a snapshot, upload that snapshot, and bring that straight away to the platform and build the lesson around it. Okay, so it's going everything once again, and maybe I'll show it here. So I'm still working on the, I don't know how well it will be visible, working on the tablet when I can press create a lesson, build a lesson. I just have to select the category, build a lesson, and the model in the moment on my mobile device as I'm working, as I'm doing this demonstration right now to you guys, will be popping up and being able to be present. Not only that, being able even to be annotated and merged within the real environment, aligned with the real environment. For that, I will share some additional videos later, but for today, I think I used quite a lot of your time, already extended the session a little bit, so I just want to say thank you very much. If there are more of the questions, I will be happy to address them either myself or with the colleagues. I'm going to make a copy of all of the questions that came on the chat. I want to encourage you also to post your questions to my email address. So don't hesitate to send an email address to either myself directly. My email address I'm going to post in the chat, marcin@eonreality.com. And I want to encourage you to play with EON-XR. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope to see you on the next webinar in the next months, which I think will be conducted by my colleagues from an India team. So expect some more of the information about EON-XR platform. Thank you very much for today, and have a lovely rest of your day.